Hi, so in this video, I'm going to talk briefly about how oracle cards or tarot cards can help us to tap into our intuition, can help us to grow our intuition, help us to become more skilled at recognizing it and hearing the messages that are often being told to us through our intuition that we often miss because we are so busy and so plugged in to the physical reality at the expense of the more subtle realities that are within us. And when we actually use things like tarot cards or oracle cards, not only does it help us to tap into our intuition, it starts to unlock, awaken, start a remembrance within us of sacred knowledge and wisdom, divine knowledge and wisdom that we all have within us that often lays dormant. So anyone that will know me will know that I absolutely love oracle cards and tarot cards, and they really came into my life about 6 years ago when I was going through a really difficult time in my life, and they really brought me a lot of comfort. They brought me a lot of reassurance, a lot of support, a lot of guidance, and they started to really awaken my intuition, my third eye. I started to be able to see more deeply beyond the veil of the physical illusion. So start to see and connect to the energy world. It's once you start to bring oracle cards or tarot cards into your life, then it really starts to open up those psychic senses that we all have. We all have the ability to we all have the ability of telepathy, for example, where we can actually plug into somebody else's thoughts. So you probably all experienced that before, where you've thought about somebody and then the next minute they've rung or they've texted you. And that's because we live in an energetic web of consciousness, and just thinking about somebody and putting focus and attention on them, well, that sends a message to them, which they sometimes will pick up. Sometimes we pick up those messages, but sometimes when we're distracted and we're busy, we don't always hear those messages, but we do have those abilities. We have psychic abilities, we have senses beyond the five senses that we taught about. And by using oracle cards, by introducing them into your life, you start to tap into those senses. The oracle cards have a funny way of always having the message that you most need to hear at that particular point in time. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually using some of my oracle cards, and these ones are called the Sacred Rebel cards. They're absolutely incredible because I think we all need a little bit of the sacred rebel to be awakened right now within us, to start asking questions about the reality that we've been sold, asking the deeper questions of who we really are. So I'm going to use these Sacred Rebel cards, and I'm just going to pull a card and I'm going to read what the card says. And I predict that when I read this card, it will have a message for you. If you're watching this video, it's gonna resonate with you in some way. It might be all of the message resonates, or there might be just be parts of the message that plug into something deep within you, into your soul, into your intuition, and give you that guidance, that reassurance, that message that you need to hear. So normally all I would do is just give the cards a shuffle, and most of the time we'd shuffle until one or two fell out, but when you're working with bigger cards, that can take a while. So I will just choose a card once I'm guided to choose a card for us. So just plugging into a card for everyone that is watching this video right now. A card for all. Okay, so the card that I've chosen is She Feels, She Knows. So that's the card. So I absolutely love the artwork on these cards, and all oracle and tarot cards have just incredible artwork. They have so many symbols, so many meanings just in the artwork itself. So that's the card. So let's read what it says. And it's also the number 22, and also the numbers have meaning as well. So the number 2 is often the number of partnership, and when it's 22, then it's even more powerful because it's doubled. So it's about collaboration. It can also be about decisions, the number 2, meaning you have a decision to make. So I'm just going to read it to you. Okay, so it says, an illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentler knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. And that is actually speaking to exactly what I said before when I said to you that actually we all have ancient, sacred, divine knowledge within us, and actually that starts to awaken as we start to open up to that as a possibility. We start to connect to the universe, we start to get messages, we start to know things without even knowing how we know it. So this insight will assist you, and you are asked to honour it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming for you now, or has just recently come. Gently but firmly, from that place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about long-range or long-term developments, something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue or moment is of importance. Although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best, the situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped onto the next stage of your path. Even though it may look like an obstacle right now, you are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you, according to your life path and purpose. This is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away. Remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you, for it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully, and all that is happening now is happening to that end. So that's the card. Hopefully you got a message from that. I think part of the message is asking you to trust that you're in the right place. Often we feel that we're running out of time, or we need to do more, or that we're not achieving the goals that we set for ourselves, and we feel like we're behind. But this card is telling you that whatever situation you're in right now, there's a higher meaning for it, and you are being guided on your path to the future that you desire. So I think it's saying just trust in the universe. But hopefully you did get a message out of that, and I'm going to probably do more card readings because I love Oracle, I love Tarot, I love how they open up new information inside of me and always give me a message when I really need it, and how it's made me connect deeper to the divine, to nature. So because I do love it, and I do feel like every time I introduce people to it, they also love the cards. So I'm going to do more card readings on this channel, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So thank you.